Hello? Ma'am? What'd you say? I'm sorry, what? Not now. It usually does, though. What kind of phone service do you have? Oh, I have Verizon. Yeah. Ma'am, what? I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Um, Peter talked to Zeke. He called. I don't know. Yeah, he called from jail, and, mhm. Yeah, she is. She wants him to go to prison. He's gonna point his finger at the wrong person, or, talk about Justine, or he asked Justine to live with him because he thought she would service him. And I know that for a fact because he told me that Justine talked about bringing a friend over, but she never did, and he was all disappointed about it. And I just thought, I had no clue the gravity of the situation. Like, I had no idea. Hmm. No, he did it with Justine because she wouldn't have sex with him. That is what it boils down to. She was not having sex with him. No, he met her on the street, so I have a feeling he was petitioning her. I don't know what he met her. He pulled his car over somewhere and he was talking to her and she needed a place to go. And he said, "You can live with me." But I have a feeling that he was asking her to have sex. Not sex, but the sex like he has. I know. But I really believe that's what God has put on my heart because from what I've gathered from his comments, that I don't know what that's called. He asked her, and he asked her to live here because, yeah, that's what it's called, solicitation. He solicited her. I didn't know what the word was. I couldn't place it. Hmm. Like, she moved in about a month before I did. Shit pile. So I told my therapist, I said, Netta said I might be able to live with her. If not, I have to go to a shelter. And yeah, well, if he doesn't come home, I have to find a home for the sheep, for Shirley. I'm gonna have to take. I don't know, because he wanted to milk it to have milk that he could drink, because he wants to be a homesteader. No. I will. I will. Okay, so don't call the Humane Society. Call who? Okay, I'll get this information from you tomorrow. If you text it to me, I'll know better. But I have 2 weeks. I called Anita. I texted Anita, and I said, okay, here's the deal. Zeke is gone. He's in jail. He's probably not getting out because he has unpaid parking tickets, unpaid property taxes. They're either going to take the house or put him in prison. I don't know. She said prison. I don't know. His bail is $50,000 for cutting me on my hand and dragging me across the floor. It's abuse that's been going on for a long time. I know. He's trying to undermine my confidence. That is when he was like, I don't want you. Leave. You're ugly. You're black. And I'm like, good. I'm glad you think I'm ugly. I'm a catch. I would be an asset to any man, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm like, I'm not taking this laying down anymore, Netta. Which is why he grabbed my phone, because I was telling people on my phone what he was saying. And I told my brother, I told my pastor, I may join the church, I don't know. They want me to join. They want me to join. I know, because it's a good church and they teach the Bible. I like learning history and learning about the people in the Bible. And right now, they just went through Deuteronomy, and I came at the very end of that. And now they're going through Joshua. And Joshua says, Joshua talks about, I will fight your battle for you. Don't be afraid. Be not dismayed or afraid or something. I will fight for you. And like, I sent you that verse on WhatsApp. I was looking up a homeless shelter in my room, and God showed me Exodus 14:14, and it said, all you have to be silent. No, it's, hang on.
I just texted me that Earth to that, and I called him and left a message. He's not healthy.
Yeah, he is. Here's the verse. It says, Exodus 14:14 says, the Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. Now, I saw that right before Zeke walked in my room, and where I sleep, I don't claim this house, it's a pigsty. But he walked in my room, and he said, get off your phone! And I was like, no. I was talking to the cops, and he started yelling at me, and then he started grabbing the phone. While I'm on the phone with the cops, he ends up doing all that shit, and we have an altercation, because I told him, I'm not gonna be doing like I did with Mark Noblet and letting him hit me and take all my friends away. And, like, he doesn't want me talking to you. He can go fuck himself because you're my friend. Girlfriends stick together.
Who's Mark Douglas?
He was my first husband. He was abusive. Yeah, he was abusive, Netta. I was married to him for like 6 years. And I left that house with my clothes in a trash bag, all my diaries, any evidence he could have had for us fighting, me journaling, whatever. I burned it. Like anything God told me to. God told me to put my diary on the charcoal pit and burn my shit because I did not want him trying to say, you can't have this, you can't have that, you're crazy.
You're crazy?
Yeah. No, I was talking about my ex-husband. He was controlling. He was a bad person, and he still is.
I bet your second husband?
Nah, I was divorced for a little less than a year, like 9 months, and I met Philip, and I still love Philip. I don't love Zeke like I love Philip. I care about Zeke.
And you had kids with him, so that's very intense.
Yeah, I had, I don't know that he got me pregnant, but, because Mark was, I think he got me pregnant with, or Chuck, this guy that slipped me a Mickey, at the bar. I think he got me pregnant because, his child had autism, and Christopher has traits of autism. He's high functioning, but I believe that he has Asperger's. And because of the way he was when he was little and the things that transpired, I read a book and I studied it. And I read a book about the bipolar child before my doctor ever told me to. I read it. I went to Barnes and Nobles and I looked about bipolar, and I found that, and I ended up giving it to a young girl that her symptoms were bipolar. But when you have bipolar, it starts when you're young usually.
Yeah.
And so I've had it my whole...
My sister diagnosed me with bipolar, and she's like, I talk to my psychiatrist all the time that she also thinks you have bipolar. I'm like, how? I don't even know her. How do you diagnose someone with bipolar if they don't even, you don't even know them? I mean, my sister knows me, but she's not a psychiatrist. She's a editor for New York Times.
Oh, wow.
And she's very...
what does an editor do?
Huh?
What does, and I don't know what an editor does.
A lot of fact checking, like, okay, like, for example, this thing that happened with Trump, or just the new election, they report it, and they have to make sure that all the information that they put out there is accurate. So there's a lot of fact checking, and she's basically, I don't know, I would love, my sister used to work for the New Yorker, and I would go visit, and it was a beautiful building, and now she's doing that. I don't know exactly what her days are like, but she's busy. She can text me and talk to me, but she's busy pretty much throughout the day. And then she has 2 daughters. They're my nieces, Eva and Nora.
What beautiful names.
They're beautiful girls too, and her husband Colin is really sweet. Paul, but when I was married to Paul, we all went. I've been thinking about this. I don't know why. We all went to Hawaii, Maui. Paul's family has property there.
Uh-huh.
And Kita, my sister's name is Kita, and Colin and Eva and Nora, they flew out from New York. My mom and dad flew out.
Gita lives in New York.
She lives in New York, yes, in the city.
Oh, wow. That's...
Yeah, so living in New York City is not easy. You have to, bust your ass to get to, public transportation. I mean, it's beautiful. I lived there with her, too, at one point in my life. So I I know personally how New York City is. You have to have your head screwed on straight or you just won't make it. It's
wow.
it's really intense. And she has 2 daughters, and then she has her husband, and then her daughters, Eva is going into pre-med, because she wants to be a doctor. She wants to be an OBGYN like my dad, like her grandpa.
Yeah.
And then Nora is young, but she's like doing a lot of stuff. They're both really beautiful, awesome, amazing girls.
Sounds like it.
But it's really hard to see them and then not see. I mean, they don't even recognize me. They do though. Eva's like, remember that when we were painting together? And I was like, yeah. Do you remember that? She's like, yeah, I really liked it. Like we would go on the patio at the Florida condo. And we would paint. And my boys were in the pool, and I would look down, watch them, make sure they're okay. Paint the girls, and like.
I used to live in Florida. I
love Florida.
I used to live in Coral Springs. It's a really wealthy area by Parkland, and me and my friend Spring, we would go to Palm Beach. We went there one time, and that's my happy place, is the beach.
Yeah, so my parents got a place in Sarasota years ago. Like we all lived in Ohio, and then they bought property in Siesta Key, which is voted the most excellent beach of all the beaches.
Wow, is it in Palm Beach?
No, Siesta Key, Sarasota, Bradenton, that area, and the beach is sand is white.
Yeah, that's how it is in Palm Beach. It's white.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have all these old fat guys on the beach in Speedos that barely covers their wanker, and oh yeah, so hey.
I miss it so much. I went there even to take my boys there when I was living in the place I'm living now. I got custody back, but I was very nervous because all of a sudden I felt like I was competing with this Jamaican lady for being, good mother that I need to be, and Dylan has more needs than Julian, but he was like having a lot of anxiety, like Florida, kind of wanting to know what we were doing every day, and I called Angie, and I remember Pizza saying, "Why are you calling her?" And I'm like, I don't know, like I should have just Pizza. It was Christmas time too, and I was feeling like I didn't get good presents. I was just feeling less than, inadequate. And but I loved that they were near me. They were near me.
I love you, Netta. I really,
so much.
really love you. I know, baby.
I don't even know how these memories. I don't know if I should be happy about them or I don't know. I mean, at least I had this time with them. My mom is gone, and that's really hard. My mom was the person that I went to the most. She just listened, and Paul too. Paul and my mom were 2 of my favorite people in the world, and that's why I was mentioning Maui, because I remember we'd all go to dinner, and then go to these different spots on the island, and my mom always wanted ice cream after we had dinner. And Paul was my mom loved Paul. She just was so enamored. Not enamored in a weird way, but happy that I was married to him. And he died. And my kids were taken. And that's just how it was. It's tragic.
I know, baby. Yeah, I relate to you because I can't see my kids either. We have a lot to deal with, Netta.
I don't know how to deal.
Well,
I just don't know how to deal. The answer is not putting primer all over your fucking house, Netta. But this is my sister. I'm mad at my sister right now. Very angry. I told her, I was like, fuck you. You have no empathy, no compassion. Thinking that sending some guy that from I don't know wherever the fuck he's from, Turkey, and who can't speak English and who just like talks, and everything he says is like just fucked up. He's fucked up. I told him today. I said, you have a mental disorder. I said,
Who's the Shahu?
Yeah, he had to come over and drop. He wanted my sister to pay him for dropping off the blinds. I was like, you know what? Shut the fuck up and just put the blinds up and go. I have to say that tomorrow. It's his birthday. But
Who?
I don't care.
Shahu?
Yeah. Apparently it's his birthday, so I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be like, okay, take the trash out. That's your birthday present.
Oh, wow.
I know. I hate. I won't say that. That's mean. I have to try to really be nice.
I know, baby.
What's that saying? You get more flies, honey. They're saying like if you're nice, then you know like it opens up a door for like other things. So
yeah.
I don't want to argue. I don't want to. I don't like the work he did. He's like taped all the house, taped for hours and hours, just putting tape everywhere, and then there's spilled paint everywhere now. Like he did a sloppy, unprofessional job, but he tried to make it look like he was like knows what he's doing. The paint color is awful. I'm angry. I'm really angry. But you know what? I don't even care really about this stuff. It's something to focus on rather than focusing on, hey, where are my children? Hey, I'm still alive, Chiquita. I tried going to a nursing home and that didn't help. The nursing home was like very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah, I don't want you going to a nursing home, no. You're not retarded or, you're not, you may have issues, but so do I. And when my husband, Philip, he will always be my husband, just like yours will always be yours. Yeah. It is so hard to walk away from that. And to get a divorce sucks. And I don't love Zeke the way I love Philip. I care about Zeke, and I love him. Like, I don't wish harm on him, but I want him to go to jail. I want him to go to jail.
Me too.
Because he needs to.
He's in jail.
I know. I want him to go for like a year or two.
Yeah. They won't sentence him for a year, but he will have a hard time getting, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know about this stuff because I got arrested a long time ago for shoplifting.
Mm-hmm.
And they,
why would you shoplift when you have...
I was in this place called Sober Living by the Sea,
and
I had lost a lot of weight, like, cause it was my parents that they went to New York, got me out of my sister's condo, and planted me in this place called the Newport Beach, Sober Living by the Sea, which was like awesome actually. I mean, one of the best experiences of my life because it was really kind of, this is obnoxious, but rich kids whose parents have a lot of money and like they have problems with drugs or alcohol, and then they get sent there because their parents don't know what to do. And they fed us really well. Like they went to the grocery store, we would make a list of everything we wanted, and they'd go buy the food, and I'd make dinner, and like sometimes I made lunch, but like I would make dinner for everybody. And then I lost a lot of weight, and then I didn't have money, but I had a car, and I'd go to these Nordstroms and like Saks and those places, and I'd steal like a really high quality clothing.
Yeah.
And then I liked how it fit me, then. And then after about a year or two, I got arrested, I got caught. And I got, they charged me with, shoplifting over like $1,000 worth of clothing.
Yeah.
And so they, I had to have on my ankle, I had what are they called?
Monitor.
Yeah.
Ankle monitor.
Yeah. So yeah, I had like, a probation officer with me all the time like kind of not really, but it felt like it because of this thing on my. But I was living with Kalina at the time, who's my friend who's from Dallas, and she helped me get through. It was I think I had to have it on my wrist for 2 months, not wrist, my ankle, 2 months, and then I just had probation. So, but yeah, I did bad things like that, but I did go to jail, but only one time, and it was really, really scary, and I had to spend the night at the jail, and then Paul came and got me. That was a different incident. I can't even remember what it was, but I wasn't doing any of those things when they took my children. I mean, then I had kids, and I was like, oh my God, this is my passion. You know, like I playing with them, taking them out, like exposing them to as much culture as possible.
Yeah.
Talking about like going to the library, going to the Children's Museum, the Zimmer Museum, the train, Griffith Park.
Yeah.
That has a train. It's like a park that's really big. They have like old trains.
Yeah.
Train. I have to look it up. Anyway, so have you done it? Okay, so they pulled up his record. He has unpaid parking tickets and a suspended license.
Ma'am, what'd you say? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You said they pulled up his record and what did they
No,
say?
I'm telling you that I know he has unpaid parking tickets. He drives without a license. He doesn't have insurance because he doesn't care what the cops say.
But they can easily put you not in jail. They ticket you for that, right? I mean, if I got pulled over, I would be ticketed for. I know this. That's why I'm not driving. But ticketed for having expired tag, and then they'd be like, okay, you have expired tag. Where's your license? Oh, that's expired too. Way to go.
Yeah.
Idiot. I mean, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to get a driver's license. I can't get insurance because I cannot get a driver's. I don't know how to pass that test.
It's okay. I'll help you.
No, and I can't even find the information about it.
Well, honey, I'm good at tests. Not tests, but studying. I was a tutor.
Yeah, but how would you test me? I don't even want to think about it.
No, I don't want to test you. I want to help you study.
I can't. My brain is like not. I tried. I don't think I'll pass it. That's why I don't go back. Because first of all, I have to drive there, and then once I get there, I have to pass the test, and then and it's not right for me to drive to the DMV without a license to get a license. I don't know what else to do. It's like it's such a cluster. I was so sad when they told me like, oh, you have to drive. They didn't say driving test. They said written test. I was like, no, just please renew my license. Anyway, I have to get I can get a real ID apparently.
Yeah, I have my license, but I don't know if I have to register in the state of California. The only ID I have is from South Carolina, and I was in Texas for, 6 months.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a license, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it driver's license or?
Yes, ma'am. But it's in South Carolina. I had my driver's license number memorized, and when the cop was taking notes when they came over here the first time, honestly, they asked, what is your license number? I said, it's in South Carolina, and it was like 011573199.
Yeah, and I know my D1062202. Okay, I'm so trying to do things differently, trying to change my state of mind because often feel sad. And I'm in Julian's room, and it's weird. I don't like anyone going through my stuff and it's too late. Like, I already went through my stuff. I have framed pictures. I can't even look at this stuff. I was going to ask you to be with me when I did this. I was going to ask you, can you help me get... Like,
I can.
Here, can I call you back?
Will you call me back? What are you doing?
I'm going through some stuff that... Legos. I don't know, like...
I know one day we'll see our kids again. When that day is, I don't know, but we will see our kids again. They'll realize that, you know, their dad was making shit up and being dramatic, and that he wasn't perfect either, and talk to me again. But right now I'm alone. Let's see. My kids weren't mad at me when I first moved here. Let's see. I don't know where my daughter is. My daughter's not in this. Let's see. Let's see. No. Let's see. Yeah. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Netta?